All right, I need you to stop scrolling if you're struggling at all. There's a lot of people right now that are struggling. Relationships are struggling, opiate abuse is through the roof, suicide is an all-time high. That's the true pandemic right now. So I want to share with you guys on December 18th, 2006, I attempted suicide. That was about 16 years ago. And I want to give you the exact steps on how I went from suicidal to waking up after attempted suicide to 16 years later, having a 7-figure company, multiple companies under my belt, podcast host of the top podcast, Coach JV Podcast, author of 2 books. Also, I believe I'm a successful father. I'm very proud of myself as a father. I'm healed, happy, and prosperous right now. So what that tells you is that it is possible. But how do you do that? So let me share with you the 3 steps how I went from suicide to living heaven on earth. From hell on earth to heaven on earth. And it's possible for you. So follow along, get a pen and paper. Pause the video, grab a pen and paper. Okay, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna work on the great I am. Thoughts become things, just like The Secret says. Now, the only problem with that is thoughts do become things, but there's a lot more factors you have to do. So number 1, you have to change your great I am. I am powerful, I am abundant, I am worthy, I'm healthy. But after you change the great I am, the next thing you need to do is you need to create a positive point. So maybe find a role model, right? And if you find a role model, for once, you're gonna copy someone until you can build your own truth, okay? Because you're gonna create a North Star. You're gonna grab onto that person and you're gonna look at all the activities and behaviors they do. Because if you're just focused on the great I am, but you're doing the same activities and behaviors, the average human has 80,000 thoughts. Most of them are from the day before, most of them are negative thoughts because we follow the same pattern. So you need to find a positive point, follow their patterns as you're doing your great I am. And number 3 is releasing and forgiving the old self, okay? Letting go of the old self, personally forgiving yourself for anything that's happened or forgiving anybody who has done something to you. So number 1 is you're creating the great I am, the thoughts become things. Number 2 is you're grabbing onto a positive point and you're gonna copy those behaviors until you develop your own behaviors. And as that raises your internal vibration and your frequency, you're gonna start to attract the very things that you want. Number 3 is we're gonna work on forgiveness. We're gonna get rid of the old self to move ourselves into the new paradigm. Now, one thing I'm gonna share with you guys is my life used to be like this. There was all-time highs, and then we'd go back down to low. But I had a new reset point, just like the market every single time. Now life is like this. All this does is give you tools in your tool belt to understand that there is hope, that you can do it. I got your back, and if nobody's told you, I love you very, very much. So get your great I am going, pick a positive point, figure out what behaviors they do, copy those behaviors till they become your own, and you find your own truth. And also, forgive yourself because you're okay. You're worthy, you're amazing, you're abundant. I hope this message reaches you well. I love you, I appreciate you. Warriors, rise! If you go to the link in my bio, we can help you with our 120-day challenge.